What's going on, you guys? My name's Ty Knotts and welcome to Top 5 Unknowns, 5 Disturbing Thrift Store Finds. Number 5. In May of 2009, a woman donated a large amount of clothing to her local thrift store. Though prior to her donation, she didn't wash or clean out any of the pockets of the clothing. This was quite the mistake on her part, as when one of the employees were sorting through the clothes, they found a sandwich bag full of a crystal-like substance. This find ultimately led police to a large methamphetamine lab in the local area. Police originally confiscated the bag and tested it, at which time the test came back positive for meth. They then tracked down the woman who donated the clothing and entered her home to find 3 active meth labs in the attic, garage, and basement of the house. 3 children were inside as well, ranging in age from 3 to 14. Police on the scene stated that the home had the potential to create a significant amount of meth on a daily basis. This was enough to have the 2 homeowners arrested and charged with felony drug production and possession, as well as 3 counts of child endangerment. According to officers, the only thing separating the oldest child's room from the lab was a thin tarp. According to police, though, this find isn't uncommon at all. In fact, in the year prior, Oregon police shut down a total of 201 meth labs, essentially 1 meth lab for every other day of the week. Number 4. In January of 2014, a woman from Oregon was sentenced to up to 15 years in prison after she dumped the deceased body of her 89-year-old mother outside of a Michigan thrift store. At her hearing, the woman pled guilty to all charges, including manslaughter and abuse. According to police, the woman's body was found wrapped in a series of blankets behind the store, likely having been there for at least 10 days before its discovery. Apparently, the woman had dumped the body, then attempted to flee to Canada with her boyfriend, though they weren't allowed across the border for reasons unknown. According to the medical examiner, the woman's body didn't appear to have any sort of bruising that would be consistent with any sort of physical abuse, but rather it appeared as though she simply passed away due to neglect. According to the judge handling the case, if the woman was unable to care for her mother, the state would have gladly paid for her to enter a home. But the woman states that she removed her mother from a nursing home 3 years prior as she simply couldn't afford it, after her husband had passed away. She had no other family that was willing to help, so she simply left the woman to pass away alone. Number 3. In January of 2013, an Australian thrift shop got a little more than it bargained for when they found a 19-foot python that had been hiding in the store and eating products off the shelves for over a day. Police were initially called to the store due to a possible break-in after workers reported that ceiling tiles had been knocked down and products on the shelves had been moved around. However, upon their arrival, they found no burglar. Instead, they found the 37-pound snake. Police attempted to rescue the animal but were unable to do so. They eventually called in a snake handler who explained how the snake had entered through the ceiling, fallen through the tiles, then likely lived in the store for at least 24 hours. The snake has now been returned to its natural home. Number 2. Workers at a Washington thrift store were astonished when they received a cooler as a donation one day. Not because it was an exceptionally great cooler, but because it contained over 4 pounds of marijuana. According to police, the cooler was part of a much larger donation from an unknown individual. As they started sorting through everything, they opened it and found 5 large bags full of the product. When police were asked to comment on the situation, an officer simply stated, "Normally when we're asked to go there, it's for a break-in, not for anything like this." At the moment, no one is sure if the drop-off was an intentional attempt at ditching the product or if it was simply a mistake. As of the last public report, police were still sorting through security camera footage to attempt to determine who exactly dropped off the cooler. Though it's worth mentioning that Washington residents can legally own up to 1 ounce of marijuana. However, this product has to come directly from a grower or a dispensary. Donations such as this, even if unintentional, are highly illegal. Number 1. In 2017, police and a bomb squad were called to a Goodwill location in Placentia, California, after a shopper discovered a live hand grenade in a box of clothing that had recently been donated. Upon their arrival, police closed the building and evacuated all shoppers until a bomb squad could arrive. Within minutes, a bomb squad, fire department, and paramedics had all arrived at the scene. It was then determined that an unknown older female dropped off the box, then promptly left. Just a short while later is when the grenade was found. No one is sure if the woman intentionally dropped off the grenade here or if it was simply a mistake, but either way, police are hoping to find the woman responsible and bring her in for questioning. Overall, the event only lasted about 2 hours before the building was cleared and deemed safe for re-entry. The grenade was then hauled away and deactivated by a bomb squad. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to click that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to keep updated with our videos.